All right, right now we're gonna talk about pace, right, and also the ability to shift. So I want your stance wide right now. You wanna control your stance, right? As you go through, you're gonna go through, and then I want you to just drag that ball back. So your ankle is gonna try to touch that floor as you shift, loading across your hips to that left side. So that's my shift. I want to be slow with the behind, let the ball float outside my frame, and then we're going the other way, through, try to touch the ankle to the floor. As you load, then you're behind, 1, 2, behind. You always have pace, so it's slow, right, to quick, quick to slow. Right, really shifting that frame. All right, now we're gonna work on a shift. I want the ball on my right now. As you go through your legs, you wanna try to touch your ankle almost to the floor. So that's your shift, you load. We're gonna cross over off that. Once you cross over, that's quick. You're slow behind the back, let that ball float. That's your pace. Through, shift again, right, cross over. So working on being quick, shifting our frame across, crossing back over, and then I want to pull that ball behind my back, have a float, that's my pace, and then we want to go again off it. Slow, let that ball spin in your hand. And now stance is gonna be wide. We're gonna work on shifting. I wanna go behind the back. Your behind the back is gonna be quick shift. And then when the ball's in your left, we wanna drag it back, right? Our pace is now gonna be when we cross, the ball's gonna flow. I wanna shift behind again. Again, keeping my feet on the ground where we're really focused on in slow to quick, but also the ability to shift. Try to touch that ankle to the floor, load on your right, and then drag back, right? So it's cross, behind drag, cross is slow, behind drag, let that ball float outside your frame. Slow, right, and then we're quick, letting that ball float, right, we're slow again, right, quick, change your pace. Okay, now we're gonna include our step. So I wanna go extended step with this. That's gonna shift my defender, right? So I don't wanna be as wide. I kinda wanna be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Ball's gonna be in my right. As I go through right here, I wanna step. So I wanna go through, I wanna step, I'm gonna load across frame. Again, ankle's almost touching that floor. I drag back, replace my foot down, the ball's gonna hang, and then I wanna go through again. All right, so working on floating that ball, that's my pace, right? That through is my shift, shifting that defender across my frame, and then dragging back. Pace. All right, left hand with it. Okay, now we're gonna have a same stance, right? My feet are a little bit wider than my shoulder. I wanna step. As I go through outside my frame, extend, shift that defender. My wide stance always creates angles, right? Ankle almost to the floor, that's my shift. I load, and then I wanna cross back and I replace my foot, right? What you can do with this foot is you just wanna kind of toe tap. You don't wanna land it hard. You wanna be light on that foot. So as I'm through, I'm light, right? Crossing back, the ball's gonna float outside my frame. That's my pace. Let that ball float. Left hand. Now, working on our shift again, I want to take the ball on my right. I'm going to shift across my frame. That ball is going to get outside my left foot. So we're going to shift, but we're also working on that range of motion. After we shift across frame, we want to have that pace going behind the back, hanging the ball, right, shift, now the left hand outside my right foot with it, right? Once we come back, pace, we can lift up a little bit, right, shift across, ankle touches floor, right, loading across my frame and through my hip, working on that shift. Okay, now we're in a wide stance right now. Feet aren't moving. So we're working on shifting our frame. We're gonna have a hard V. Ball's gotta get outside our left. Work on that range of motion with that ball. We wanna pull back. Once I pull back, you can either have pace or you can be quick. So once you pull back, we're behind shifting again and then dragging. That ball's gonna hang up in the air. Hard shift, right behind, drag. So we have 2 shifts on the V, right, and on the behind. We're gonna float that ball in our right hand, right, and then repeat it again. Now we're gonna go split through, right? So I wanna split that stance hard through the legs. I wanna bring that left foot across. As my left foot comes across, my defender runs. I wanna pull back to create space. When you pull back, you're gonna lift and have pace for a second. So I'm gonna lift, have pace, ball's gonna float my left. I wanna then go hard through the legs, shifting my frame. Defender cuts me off. We're gonna go through and we're gonna run with it with motion steps. So as I cross over off this, it's right foot, left foot. I drag, pull back, same thing, other way, through, right foot across, lift, through, shift to my defender, run with it right into that under drag.